It looks like this situation might be taking a turn for the worst. Did the Ninja Kidz Power Rangers web series just get canceled? Let's talk about it, break it down, hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake one.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fan Club. It is your boy Dan Brosnan in the building. Welcome. Now, I thought I was done for a while talking about the Ninja Kidz Power Rangers drama, but it just keeps going and going and going. It is not stopping, and today we got news that there is a chance. It has not been confirmed, but this is one of those things where they're probably not just going to come out and say it got canceled. But there is a good chance that the Ninja Kidz web series just got canceled. Now, they were working on a Power Rangers project this past summer. They shot it. I heard it was going to be like an hour and a half long, but cut into segments into like a web series, right? So each episode could be 10 to 15 minutes. We never got confirmation on that, but as a web series, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe every episode is 10, 12, 15 minutes for the bigger episodes, and that way they're able to release it for a good 5 to 7 months, or maybe the whole year. Every month and a half, they give us a video to keep Power Rangers going. Well, as you guys know, they leaked the trailer, and the trailer contained video effects that were made by AI, and a lot of the fan base was pretty pissed about it. And I still don't know how I feel about the whole situation, because I just wanted to see this within its entirety. But there's a chance it's probably never going to happen. So who freaking knows? Now, how exactly did this happen? Is this because the fans got mad at the AI, or is there a chance that Hasbro never wanted this to come out from the get-go? Now, let's talk about it. I have to shout out Dan over at the Legacy of Nerd, because he took 3 pieces of information and kind of put them together to tell a good side of the full story. I don't know if it's the full story, but he made a lot of sense with what he was saying. Now, we have to go on over to Toku J's response. Now, if you don't know who Toku J is, he is a super talented Power Ranger creator, and he has worked on 2 Power Ranger projects now, with Ninja Kidz being one of them, and he is anti-AI. He is a true and proud artist, and his stance is 100% against AI. So he was a little heartbroken when he saw this leaked trailer, and I want to give you his official statement and then highlight a few things that he said in here that make us think that this is going to be canceled, okay? So shout out Dan for bringing this up and talking about this, because I'm going to regurgitate a few points that he did, but in my own words, basically. Oh, hi, everyone. I didn't expect to see you all there today. For those that follow me in my work, you already know that my suit designs were commissioned for the Power Rangers Ninja Kidz series being produced for YouTube. Partly because many of you recognize them on set, and partly because, well, I've excitedly not shut up about it since. Now, since this past weekend, there's been a lot of chatter online regarding the trailer that leaked over the weekend and its use of Gen AI throughout. Our first point there, regarding the trailer that leaked, they never were supposed to release this trailer. There is a chance that Hasbro saw this and was like, nope, and we don't know why. Did they not like the AI too? Did it go against some of what they were working on? It's interesting, right? Now let's keep going. I've commented briefly on X or whatever it's called these days, but let this be my final statement on the situation. I discovered the trailer and the contents when I woke up to a flurry of mentions, DMs, and social media blaze over by then privatized YouTube video. I had prior concerns when art concepts leaked previously that had some suspiciously AI-looking imagery, but seeing the amount of blatant Gen AI used in the trailer in a project that I'm quite publicly tied to was deeply disappointing and concerning to me. I had people wanting to know if I knew if I was involved in it or if I consented to it. I've had more abuse over this than probably any other point in my career, from one side outright accusing me of using AI myself, to the other pro AI side telling me I should quit being an artist and in fact get a real job. Thanks, bro. I guess I'll be an accountant now. Damn. You guys are crazy. Quit hating on the man. He didn't have anything to do with it. A lot of real people did work on this. Like it or hate it, they had a full crew. There are pictures out there with a bunch of people, from extras to camera people, producers, sound. There was a crew of people working these events, man. So let's not act like that doesn't happen. If you're hating on him, leave him alone. He doesn't even stand for AI, and he probably didn't know every single thing that they were doing. He was contacted for suit design, not to run the entire project. There's a lot of stuff that he was probably in the dark about because he was there for the suits, right? Let's keep it going. Let me be clear, I condemn the use of Gen AI in all aspects of the entertainment industry and the arts because, in my very blunt opinion, it's just not art. It devalues the work of artists who have spent years honing their craft. It devalues many already oversaturated, over-competitive fields. Well, there's just too many damn fingers. Look, I wanted to be a pro wrestler when I was a kid, but I'm 5'10" with the pain threshold of a rabbit and the natural athletic ability of a wardrobe. I'm not entitled to challenge Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship because I want to, in the exact way that people stringing together words in ChatGPT to generate graphic novels aren't entitled to call themselves comic artists because they want to be. There's an argument to be made about non-gen AI as a tool to assist in various endeavors, sure, but I firmly draw a line when people use it to create, and I draw the line with a pencil, not a prompt. For those of you who have commented, reached out, or just generally offered support, thank you. It's been a hell of a week. Let me tell you, my work computer had finally appled its final Mac on the same day my fridge broke. The very next day, I sat there unable to work, drinking lukewarm Pepsi Max while seeing posts and videos discussing Power Rangers using AI, most of which used my suit designs in the thumbnails. Sorry, bro. As bad as lukewarm Pepsi Max is, seeing those thumbnails all over YouTube really sucked because, well, other intentional or not, the optics will always be there now, connecting my work to AI. It may not seem like much, but as a professional artist working month to month to make a living, that really stings. Well, first of all, you have always put out original content, my bro, and nobody thinks that you are using AI. We know that your suits were real and you do a great job, and in a few years or a few months even, people are gonna forget about this and you're gonna go back to being the Power Rangers dude that works on projects for suits and designs a bunch of really cool stuff. Stuff like this happens, and I feel like you're doing good, man. You have your opinion on AI, and I don't know how I feel about it being with effects when it's a low budget project. I just kind of wanted to see the project, and I know that people are gonna hate on that, but now it's just gone and a bunch of people worked on this. Let's not act like it was just put together with just bots and AI. They used AI as they still used it for effects. I'm not acting like they didn't use it for anything, but everything else was real, the suits designs, the actual people. So to them not put out the project, it does kind of suck. Let's keep it going. That being said, I'm not privy to a lot of behind the scenes issues that have impacted this project. I'm not and never will be in the business throwing people under the bus or pointing fingers of blame and shame, but I do believe in speaking up for people I think that are taking an unfair amount of that blame. Contrary to the narrative appears to have been on social media, the team at Ninja Kidz TV itself have been nothing but open and forthcoming with me, and I don't hold them responsible for the decisions made that have tarnished this project and my involvement in it. So there's a few things there. He said he's now privy to behind the scenes issues that have impacted this project. So there are behind the scenes issues, and he's not throwing Ninja Kidz under the bus. He's been saying that they're open and forthcoming, and he doesn't hold them responsible for the decisions that have tarnished this project. Wow. Let's keep it going. I thank them sincerely for the opportunity to bring my designs and Parallel Life Studios work to life. No, the Ranger suits weren't able to be completely finished, but given the budget and time constraints we had, they did an incredible job. From planning to pre-production to the 2-week-long shoot, from what I could tell, there was a genuine desire to create something bigger than this was ever supposed to be. A lot of people put in a lot of tireless and very human hard work into this production, with more care and passion than I think will ever be given credit for because of decisions made in a post-production process that Ninja Kidz themselves aren't directly part of. So who is making the decisions in the post-production process? That is my question here. It sounds like it wasn't Playmates, because they put up the money. They would have actually put it out, right? Or was Playmates behind putting in the AI and stuff? We've heard that they've used it before on certain things. It sounds like the Ninja Kidz were hired for their name and their connections with the Power Rangers in the past, and this would actually work with them. They were paid a certain amount to put it all together, and then in post-production, was somebody else responsible? Was it Hasbro? Was it Playmates? Did Ninja Kidz make it? Playmates did the post-production, and then Hasbro didn't do anything but had the final say. That's what I'm hearing could be a possibility, where Hasbro had nothing really to do with this except they said they could, but then once they saw this, they were like, no, we don't want it to come out, and that's why they had to leak this in the first place. Let's finish the rest of this out. I'm aware of a lot of this section of my super mega professional statement probably reads as source, trust me bro, but I hope that you all understand that I've always done my best to be as transparent with my followers as I can, because I genuinely value that following. I'm just a small town kid from England who has worked hard, tried to do everything the right way, and through that managed to be brought on board twice for official Power Rangers work. Now for the second time, it looks like that work might not amount to anything because of decisions completely out of my hands. Dang, what does that sound like, friends? For the second time, it looks like that work might not amount to anything because of decisions made completely out of his hands. I know I just had to repeat it for everyone rolling their eyes. Dude, I'm sorry. We had to talk about that. That is crazy. Now, Hasbro has the final say. They didn't put any money into it, but I don't know if that is a great relationship with Playmates. Year one with the reignition, like, we'll let you license it, but if you put money in for a show, you give money to the Ninja Kidz. If I don't like it, it ain't ever coming out. Like, is that a possibility? Because this release of the trailer, it was a leak. It wasn't official, and now it's gone. And now all the fans have are just like the reaction videos. All right, last paragraph. I'd love nothing more than to have my work officially recognized in a franchise that I truly care about, and I truly appreciate everyone who's gone to bat for me in doing so. but I have to accept that at this point, it just isn't in the cards. If you're a fan of mine or just appreciate some of my work that's led me to this point, I'm genuinely grateful and I'm sorry it's not gone the way I'd hoped. Yo, it's not your fault, dude. You have done a great job with your designs. So there is a lot here that make us believe that with a lot of his reactions that we might never see the real project of Ninja Kidz and Power Rangers. And it sounds like all episodes combined, it was going to be like an hour 20, hour and 30. This could have been something cool, but I don't think we are going to get it anymore. It is quite sad. About a week ago, Ethan Feinschreiber from the Ninja Kidz commented on one of my videos, and here's what he had to say. Bro, I really appreciate you covering this and giving your initial reaction to this. It is a bigger budget than previous episodes that Ninja Kidz produced before, but yeah, it's not Disney-sized budget. The world is absolutely moving towards using AI more with everything. I get why some people would be put off a bit, but dang, guys, isn't it or shouldn't it be more about how strong the story and character developments are to some degree as well? To hate on things you haven't even experienced at all is like looking at a plate of chocolate and telling your mom you're going to hate because it looks brown and brown foods won't taste good. Just give it a try before judging. Thanks again for the honest reaction. Now, this was when it was very fresh, and I think he got some flack for this. People were hating on him, and in his defense, what is he, like late teens, early 20s? Bro, all he knows is technology and AI and stuff like that, and I don't really blame him. Some people make good arguments. I think the two biggest arguments against AI are that it takes jobs away and that it is not environmental friendly. Those are like the two biggest things that I've heard from my anti-AI friends out there on why they try to not use it at all or stay away from products that do use AI, even though everything is starting to use AI, isn't it? When you go to Google or you go to certain things, there's always something popping up now. We're using AI for this, or I watched an ESPN the other day and they're saying ESPN AI or something. I was like, oh damn, okay. So the Ninja Kidz using it, I don't think is as big of a deal compared to like if a huge studio used it. If Disney is using all of their effects for AI, some people are gonna be like super mad and might boycott. So I kind of understand both sides of the argument, and I don't even know how I feel about it. I wanted to just see the project before I completely just shit on it, and that's how I am with a lot of things. Maybe the effects, it wasn't that big of a deal when you're watching it. You're like, everything else was good enough to be like, yeah, the effects suck, but the story was cool. I like what they did with the character. I like what they did with this or that. You know, I at least wanted to just experience both sides, and there's a chance that we might never see that. And then we got to take you to just a few days ago. I believe this is the father of the Ninja Kidz. He commented on one of my short videos talking about this project, and he said, "We really appreciate your take. This project was made with love and passion. It's a feature-length project with 20% the budget of a single Power Rangers episode. Several video effects artists worked on this, and some of them used AI to supplement their work. Hasbro gave us nothing. We spent way more than what we were paid by Playmates because we care about making something great. Remember that even with a little extra budget, is still a low budget YouTube fan film. I believe that they were given some money, but when you use it for all the pieces of the puzzle, making a full-length project, you're gonna run out of money quick. So just think about it. Let's say that you need to hire at least 20 to 25 people to make this project work for those 2 weeks. And then you gotta pay for camera equipment and suits and renting out locations and all these different things that go into it. I've never shot a major production, but I think I'm forgetting about a lot of different things. I'm just thinking of the main things that I know about. But this stuff is pretty damn pricey, and that's not even like including a budget for marketing and actually pushing it once you put it out, right? For people saying that they had this huge budget, I mean, they brought in a lot of different people, and it definitely didn't look like they had a huge budget. I like what they did with the suits, but even the helmets didn't look like the real expensive Power Ranger helmets. They did look a little bit cheaper, and that's not even like hate. I was expecting it. They're telling you guys this is more of a low budget fan film. If you're gonna compare it to anything Power Rangers-esque, put it with the fan films. It's not comparable to the show or the movies. And the one line that Dan emphasized in here was Hasbro gave us nothing. So it was kind of cold. He was saying, you know, they gave us nothing, but also I think they might have taken away the project. Like, they didn't really help us at all. And in the end, they just said they didn't want it. And that makes sense. Now, I'm just paraphrasing what I read in that's not what Ninja Master actually said. It's just, there's a chance, man, that this project was canceled even before that trailer got leaked. And some fans are probably going to be happy that this is gone now because they don't have to see the AI, but a bunch of people worked on this project and they deserve to kind of see it. They deserve to see that final project. I think it was so dumb what Warner Brothers did with the Wile E. Coyote movie and Batgirl and stuff like that. This is just going to be put into the back burner. We're never going to be able to see this. Or could this be something that gets enough fan buzz that in a few years they could release it? Who knows? But it's sounding like Hasbro has the final say on everything. Playmates might have put the money up, and Hasbro is kind of playing with fire there because they had a decent partnership going with Power Rangers and licensing that brand off to Playmates. But this couldn't make them happy. They're like, yo, we gave some money to the Ninja Kids to do something, and now you don't want it. So Hasbro wants their hand in the cookie jar. Maybe they're trying to get back into the Power Ranger game. Maybe this could have interrupted one of the plans that they were trying to make with it. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Were you a fan of this? Were you against this? Are you happy to see it not come out? Are you sad that it's not coming out? Let me know your thoughts. Shout out all the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make stuff like this. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Thomas Franco, Roderick Ham, and the Gamer TV Silent Gameplay. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan-exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now. And you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger Power Up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K Power Up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.